They are side by side. Oh, there's massive action at the back of the pack.
Oh! There's the move.
There's more contact down the straight.
Oh!
They're pushing each other in 4 wide.
Oh, there's contact.
Oh!
That is unbelievable. Welcome everyone to the V8 Supercars official online series presented by Big Pond Sport, Extreme Sim Gear, Direct Clutch Services and Glacier TV. Jay Kennedy in the host chair, and alongside me we've got Stephen Sandman Clark back from a couple of weeks off working. G'day mate, good to have you back.
Good to be back, mate. I've missed the series, I tell you. It's tough being away and having to work, but no, back in the saddle and ready for some more great racing. It's been a huge weekend of racing in Australia in the real world, and now we get to finish it off with some sim league racing, which is sensational.
Yeah, one of the best sim leagues in the world coming to you tonight from Mosport in Canada. One trip that far north, so another interesting track. This one, it's difficult to get around, and the times that we've seen in qualifying this week are very, very, very close, which we'll get to very shortly. Now, our apologies for last week not having a broadcast. We had a few issues with getting the broadcast, and unfortunately Josh Muggleton finally won his first main race, but we will put a link up on our Facebook page for the highlights of that race.
Bit of bad luck, isn't it? Bit of bad luck that he goes to all that effort and has a great run, and unfortunately things don't go his way as far as the broadcast, but at least you still get to sit back and enjoy it.
Yeah, he was okay with it in the end. I think he might have actually won because we didn't broadcast it. That might have been why. The 25 laps around Mosport, a track that we've seen a lot of interesting races in the past. We actually had a championship decided at this track. We've had one of the closest finishes ever in the championship. Ever in a race in this championship here at this track. We've seen some of the biggest crashes at the turn 2 section of the track, which is one of the toughest corners in probably the whole of iRacing in this car.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You know, you make that one little mistake and drift out a little bit wide, and yeah, it's hard work. But I love the undulation in this circuit. It's a real driver's circuit, and really makes for some great racing.
Yeah, for sure. So have live images coming through, so we'll quickly run through the grid. Madison Down will start from pole from Justin Ruggier. Now those two guys, they had identical same qualifying time all day today up until 3 hours before this race. Madison's managed to pull out an amazing lap, a 119.027 to get pole from Justin, who has a 0.095. Then we're back to Josh Muggleton, Vale Riches, Smith, Sean Kelly, Terry Cotavara, John Emerson, Troy Cox, Brad Ryan, Mitchell McLeod, a long way back in 11th position. Tell you why shortly. Tony Ortridge, Chris Osborne, Cal Watmore, Curtis Chipaway, Thomas Guarini, Sam Collins, Scott Fontaine, Mitch Abril, Richard Stamanovic, Carwin May, Simon Black, Guy Leach, Martin Turner and Chris Stone make the 25 cars on our grid tonight.
Impressive in qualifying, isn't it? You talk about how close it was between Madison and Justin, but you know, going down through the field, the times are incredibly close, all between each of the drivers. It's sensational.
Yeah, top 20 cars separated by less than a second.
How good is that?
That's as good as we get in the real life series, so fantastic by these guys. The gap between the whole field, 1.8 seconds. Almost time for drivers to grid up what will be a very, very interesting race. There'll be a lot of action down this back straight. Guys trying to get a draft to get this pass done. But turn 2 is where we'll see all the action tonight. The cars naturally drift a little bit wide. Very, very easy to get two wheels in the grass or go straight ahead.
Yeah, you're pretty much a passenger too. Once you hit those, if you get the tyres in the grass, you're carrying a decent amount of speed there, and you pretty much are just a passenger. So fingers crossed, everyone escapes that sort of drama.
So almost time to go. 25 laps of Mosport. We won't see any pit stops tonight. It'll be just an out-and-out sprint race. No fuel conservation, just straight out. Couple of drivers still to hit the grid. Waiting for Troy Cox, I think, to take the grid. Everyone else is here ready to go. Who's your money on tonight, Sandman?
Oh, it's too close to call. I might wait for a lap or two to call it.
I'm a bit the same. And we're underway. Good jump by Justin Ruggier. Oh, we got Muggo into the wall. That was a little bit interesting there.
Well, fingers crossed he hasn't got any damage. The last thing you want is damage right at the start of the race, but it looks like he's got away unscathed. Didn't quite see what happened there, but fingers crossed the car's okay for him.
Yeah, hopefully he hasn't sustained any damage. There is a little bit of a scrape down the side of his car, but it looks like we've got through turn 1 and 2 safely. Oh, turn 3 though, we've got
it's
Tony
dramas back
Ortridge
there.
around. Tony Ortridge and Chris Osborne getting involved there in something. Tony's into the fence. Not a good start for the TTR drivers tonight.
We spoke about just how treacherous this is, the first lap and the first couple of turns. People just need to sort of get single file and get into a bit of rhythm, and yeah, bad luck for those guys who are caught up in them.
Madison's already pulled away, but nearly a second jump on Justin already.
Yeah, we spoke about it, we touched on it at the start, that the time's been incredibly close between Madison and Justin, but I think maybe Justin's just probably quite content just to sort of get into a bit of a rhythm and not go too hard too early. The last thing you want to do is hurt the tyres at the start, but doesn't want to let Madison get too much of an advantage because we all know how dangerous that can be.
Yeah, just hearing a message coming through from Josh Muggleton that his steering is damaged, so he's going to try and do his best to hold on. His front 3 guys, it's down, Ruggier and Rich has already pulled away a pretty big gap from the rest of the field. Josh Smith looking to attack Muggleton.
Yeah, it's heartache for Muggo, isn't it? The last thing you want is damage, but when it happens, they didn't even get to turn 1 and he was into the fence, so it's going to make for a long race, and fingers crossed he can manage it. And of course, the one thing we were talking about, there's no pit stops in this, so there's not even a chance for him to try and tidy up that damage in a pit stop, so a bit of bad luck.
Then behind Muggleton, you've got Josh Smith and Sean Kelly, part of the Lazy Man Racing Easy Works outfit. Not in the same team, those 2 drivers, but they do have very identical cars, so they are from the same stable, Lazy Man Racing. With having a look up the inside, he'll get the move done on Muggleton here. Or not.
Incredibly close there.
That was close.
Yeah, the last thing, Smith really wants to get past Muggo because he probably knows that Muggo struggled a little bit. He's got a bit of a freight train forming behind him, and that's
John
really
Emerson
working out.
John Emerson taking the opportunity, gets up the inside of Cotavara. Move will be done. Oh, and Cotavara gives him a little bit of a tap. On board with John Emerson. See how quickly they've pulled up. There's a little bit of a gap there between he and the guys who got ahead there with Muggleton, Smith and Kelly, but now he's closed right up. Smith's got through. Cotavara gets a little bit of a tap behind. Nice little freight train happening here.
Guys, big dramas back in the pack too. I just saw the end of that. Huge dramas back there.
Brad Ryan involved with, looks like it might actually be his teammate, Thomas Guarini. He's got damage as well. Fontaine looks like he's been involved as well. He's got a nice bit of damage at the front.
Jeez, that was huge. That all started, looks like, yeah, Brad Ryan got a bit of a... They were all checking up each other, and it was just nose to tail action, and that's caught a lot of people out, unfortunately.
They've had a bit of a... Fontaine's into the pits.
Yeah, it's just a big concertina effect. Bad luck there.
One of those racing incidents that we're always going to have in close racing like this. Unlucky for a few guys there. We've got a few guys in the road. Richard Stamanovic in the lane as well. Go back to this battle behind Muggleton. Smith's away. Muggleton's holding up half the field.
Yeah, Smith really needs to make hay now. He's got clear track. The guys have... you've got a bit of margin to catch up now because, you know, third place Val Ritchie's, he's sort of another 3 seconds up the road, so they really need to hustle now.
Yeah, those front three guys, they've pulled out a massive gap already. Comes Kelly looking up the inside of Muggleton. Gets it done. Oh, Muggo! Oh, this... Oh, it
He's
keeps
held
it off
onto
the
it.
fence.
Oh, is he going to come across him on the track? Yeah, contact!
Into his teammate as well.
That's hard work because he's coming across the track and he's on the grass, just takes all the steering pulled out of it. He was a passenger there and unfortunately got caught up and nailed the Tats.com Falcon.
Yeah, so he dropped from 5th back to 11th in that one little section and he's still struggling. The car's really twitchy. It's all come about from that starting incident.
What's that done? That's really released that freight train of cars now. These guys will be able to sort of knuckle down and you know, be able to benefit now that they've got past Muggo. So, you know, it's bad luck there for Muggo, but we've got drama back there too.
Potavara's run a little bit wide.
Oh, and Luton as well. It's a tricky section of the racetrack. That really, to get your car positioned and carry the speed through there, it doesn't take much to miss your line. And once you're off the line and touch the dirt, that's pretty much game over. So bad luck there.
I think we could nearly play a new game after this race tonight. Find the car that's got no damage. Can't see a car in this battle here now that we've been watching that hasn't got any damage as Muggleton comes into the lane, as does McLeod. So unlucky for both those guys. They got involved in something that was unavoidable between teammates. Something that I know the team boss won't be happy with.
Yeah, and that's pretty much night over now, unfortunately for those guys. Even if they get it repaired and back out, looks like McLeod's exited.
Actually,
but
yep, he's left.
Muggo looks like he's going to try and fix it and get on with it, but that really takes him out of it now, unfortunately.
Muggleton's going to try and get his damage repaired, but don't think we'll see him back out. But we'll go to the front three guys. Starting to check out from the rest of the field. Look at the gap behind. Madison is a long way in front. Sorry, these front three are a long way in front.
Yeah, you talk to these guys at the end of the race, they'll be saying, well, what's this track so hard about? Yeah, there's no dramas for us, we had it nice and easy. So it's amazing what a bit of clear air it does, especially around here. These guys are just concentrating on hitting their marks and not worried about getting caught up in any kerfuffle.
That gap started, it was out to about 1.5 seconds after 2 laps. It's come back into less than half a second now at the front. Two guys currently first and second in the championship. These two guys are going to be the ones that will be contending for this title this season. About to say it's the old timer and the newcomer, but the old timer's only 18 years old. How's that work?
He's driving like an old timer. He's well, both. You know, a lot of these guys have got their heads screwed on right, and they've done enough laps around these things to know, you know, what they need to do, and they're both driving a smart race. And, you know, we spoke about where Justin was sort of dropping it back from Madison at the start, but I think he was just sort of taking his time and getting into a bit of a rhythm, and now he's just sort of, there's nothing in it.
That pack that we were watching before at the back there's settled quite a lot now, so this is where the action is now. It's definitely slowed off a little bit too. He's driving like he was before.
The fastest out of that top three is Richie's. He's done a 20.6 last lap round. Ruggier 20.8, Madison 20.9.
Just back to the battle for 10th and 11th is heating up now. Mitch Averill outside of the Easy Works Lazy Man Racing entry. Up the inside goes Chris Osborne and Patiri Connavara. Osborne, a big drift there out of turn 2. Connavara needs to take advantage of this while Osborne's got overheated rear tyres. Oh, look at the drift. And Abrill's actually, something's happened to Averill. Not sure what happened there. Just disappeared altogether.
It's a shame. He was right in this battle there, but dropped back. It looks like Cannavara's got a bit of a draft, a bit of a sniff here, looking to try to move up the inside. Looks like he'll get halfway there and get the job done.
Oh, Osborne doesn't want to give it up.
Oh, they're still side by side. Nice bit of racing. Clean stuff by these guys.
Cannavara will get it done here at the final corner though.
Yeah, he's got position. Nice job.
Move, but Osborne isn't done.
Oh, he's going to come right back up the inside. Doesn't want to shut the door. Cannavara's got to be careful. Doesn't want to drift too wide here, but these guys are going to be side by side. Cannavara will have the nice line as well, if you could just hold on to it. Oh, sideways!
He's held it.
Jeez, that was close. The last thing you want to do is get sideways, especially in that part of the track we spoke about. If you get the rear off onto the grass, you're in big trouble in that section of the racetrack. So, nice job to hold on to it.
Got to go back to the battle at the front. Look at how close these guys are now. Riches is close, right up behind Ruggier. And Down starting to use my favourite saying, the alternate line.
Yeah, Ruggie's got a sniff of the draft here and try and poke it up the inside, but Madison's very smart, closes the door. These guys don't want to get too hard into it because this is bringing Vale Richie's right into it. He's right there.
We're only 9 laps into this race, 16 to go when they cross the line. They're battling like it's 2 laps to go.
Yeah, I don't know if the guys want to push too hard on these early stages on these tyres because like you said, there's still plenty of laps in this race and the last thing you want to do is use up the best part of your tyres, but they've got themselves in a nice little battle here.
Richards is getting a really good view of it too. If Justin and Madison come together, Vale could find himself with a P1.
And a nice margin. These guys have got almost a 6-second gap back to 4th place where Josh Smith is. So really working out for these guys where they can sort of afford to have a bit of a battle and race side by side, not too worried about the guys catching for the moment.
In the early race tonight, Josh was really struggling for pace. He's really good with his qualifying. Madison, big slide. But Josh was in here talking to a couple of people and trying to get them help with setup to get that extra speed for the race, and looks like the bit of work that he'd done has really paid off for him. He's doing really well.
Geez, Ruggie's got pace. He's going to try to look up the outside here. It's hard work around that corner. It's almost impossible to get really on the outside when you've got 2 quick cars battling it out. Madison's car looks a lot more talented. We're going to move up the inside. He'll get the job done. Nice move, Ruggier there. Has he quite got it? He'll have the position for the next turn though.
Madison's going to have to give that spot up. Not that he'll want to.
Is Madison hurting on tyres? We don't normally see this sort of attitude from his car.
He looks like he's struggling for a bit of rear grip.
And it's early stages too. It's not. It's definitely not like Madison. But if Ruggie's got anything now, Ruggie needs to just sort of knuckle down and not sort of look too much in his mirror. I know it's hard to do when you've got Madison breathing down your neck, but if he can sort of put the laps together and now and open up a bit of a margin, that'll bring Richie's back into it, and then Madison might get caught in a battle with Richie's.
Oh, a little bit of a tap.
Unsettled Madison a little bit there coming out of that turn, but getting the power down. But nice little love tap just to let him know he's still there.
Looking through the timing for these guys, fastest lap of the race is Justin Ruggie had done a 1:19.941. Only driver to do a 1 minute 19 lap. Cal Watmore's into the fence, back in the pack a little bit. He's got a lot of damage to his car. We won't see him back out on track. Definitely a night for TDR to forget.
He had a massive moment. Looks like he's just got the rears on the grass, and that's ended his night, unfortunately.
Back up the front, Madison's not letting Justin get away. Back in the field, they were looking at the battle for 11th and 12th. Diamond Black in 11th in the CST entry, and privateer entry of Guy Leach is in 12th position. Great to see Guy back out on track. It's been a little while since we've had him out racing. Races every now and again. One of the coolest looking liveries out there in the Valentino Rossi inspired livery.
As always, V8's never failed to disappoint. There's always great battles up and down this field.
Another typical race where we're watching all the way through the field.
There's not much in it still in this front split. Madison's just hanging on there. He doesn't want to sort of let Justin... Looks like Justin sort of just... He's going to sort of do head down, bum up. But I think what Madison needs to do, it looks like his real taily, and he might have, just overheated the rears a little bit. I think what he needs to do is just drive nice and smooth and just see if he can bring those tyres back to him in case that was the problem. But if he drives it nice and smooth and just looks after him for a couple of laps, he might be able to have a red hot go to Justin a little bit later.
Yeah, in saying that, the last lap around Justin 0.3 of a second quicker. On board with Vale Ridges. Really good view looking from Rich's car, looking at the two guys ahead. Not that you want to see drivers ahead of you, but he's got a good view of the front battle.
Oh, it's always good to be up in that podium spot too, and when these guys are having a bit of a battle, like we were talking about before, he's right there to pick up the pieces if these guys come together. So he's still looking good. He's having a great run tonight. He'd be fairly happy with sitting in third at the moment.
Yeah. Can't actually recall if he's had a podium. I think he's had a podium. I don't think he's got a second. I think third's his best finish in the main Monday night race. I haven't done enough research. Justin's pulled away a little more again that lap around.
Yeah, last lap round, Justin put down a 20.7, Madison 21.0, and a 21.2 by Vale Ritchie. So, yeah, I think Justin's fairly happy with the car at the moment. He's got a little bit of a gap, so not much pressure behind him. So he's able to just keep his eyes on the road, which is good.
Justin, you can see starting to pull away from these two guys, both Madison and Vale. Bale, I think's a real chance of getting past Madison at some point. He's just looked really, really smooth in the way he's driven. Justin had to push fairly hard to get past Madison. Madison had to push very, very hard to try and keep Justin away. That was a good chance if he can get past Madison of catching right back up to Justin.
Yeah, you just have a look at the attitude of these two cars when you got Madison and Vale Ritchie's there. Vale's car looks quite stable. It's not hanging the rear end out where we saw Madison's was a little bit aggressive earlier. It's sort of tidied himself up a little bit now, but yeah, his car looks very pointy, which is good. Just sort of points and shoots, and he's getting the power down nice.
One to watch at the moment. It's Samuel Collins, Carwin May 7th and 8th behind Codavara. Is catching very, very quickly on these guys. So we'll have a three-way battle for 7th very, very soon.
It's a nice recovery for Codavara, isn't it? You know, we saw he had dramas earlier on, and now he's sort of knuckling down. And he's been pacey. There's no shortage of pace. He just unfortunately got caught out and looped the car. But he's definitely making up some ground on these guys. So they've got to watch out in the next lap or so. They're in trouble.
May got a pretty bad exit out of the final corner there, and Codavara gains another few tenths of a second.
You'd love seeing Collins and May battling them, because when you guys start racing each other, they definitely lose time on track, and the pace that Codavara's got, will swallow them in no time.
Just while we've got the chance, before I forget, I want to send a big shout out to Colin Boyd and Richard Locke, both guys that raced in the top split a little while ago. They'll be making their return to the main series next season, but good to catch up with them guys on the weekend. Told them I'd give them a shout out, so there it is. G'day guys. Codavara is the 4th fastest driver out on track at the moment. The front three guys, obviously the fastest guys. Codavara next behind them guys. So how quick he's closed up.
Oh, a little bit sideways there, trying to get on the power, but lost a little bit of ground. But he'll make that back. The pace that he's got in the car is incredible at the moment.
Not wrong. Very, very quick out there. Ahead of this battle, we've got Scott Fontaine just ahead. Scott's just signed on to race in the New Zealand Sprint Car Series. So good luck to Scott in that. Another real-life driver racing ANZ Motorsport.
Might start to be a bit of a prerequisite to join the team, eh?
Counts us out, Sam, man.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, I've got no hope. Scott's car's not looking too good. It's looking closer to a sprint car than a V8 supercar. Back behind those guys we were mentioning, we've got Simon Black, Guy Leach. Guy Leach is right up behind Simon now. A little bit of damage to the back of Simon's car. So Leach has obviously given Black a little bit of a push along.
one good thing about this circuit, there is a couple of good passing opportunities here if you're having a good battle with someone. There's some tracks are hard to pass, but there's a...
Oh!
Geez, you're lucky to hold on to that.
How did he not lose it? He's got a bit of a drift up. He's dropping off the pace very, very quickly. Go back to the battle just ahead of these guys. Cordovara's closed right up in now. The little slidey hasn't lost him too much time.
It can be frustrating as a driver too when you know you've got good pace and you find yourself, you know, after a bit of a you know, unfortunate incident earlier. It's tough, isn't it, sometimes when you know you've got pace and you're back in the field and you're just trying to make the most of the opportunities you got in front of you. And it's easy just to overdrive sometimes and just go to rear tyres. But yeah, he made that little whoopsie a lap ago, but he's right back there and he's got some good pace.
Oh, a little bit twitchy there. Managed to keep it. Cordovara's going to be close enough to have a look coming into Moss. They're going to be side by side down this part of the track. This is scary.
Yeah, not much of an opportunity there to pass. He'd be fairly brave to make something happen there, but I think what he needs to do is just get a good run out of this turn here and get the power down, get him tucked up for a bit of a draft and make the move down the end of this back straight.
Interesting there looking. You see the different line that those drivers take through that second part of Moss, the second part of the right-hander. You get that different run out onto the straight. Some guys prefer to cut it in early and roll it through the corner a bit more. Other guys take it a bit more aggressively to get the power down earlier. Lose a bit of corner speed, but they get the power on earlier.
Oh, he's going to have a look up the inside here. Oh, he's got to give a bit of room there. Not quite contact there. Good driving by both of them just to give each other a bit of room.
Not over yet.
He'll have to give it up now. He's got the track position there, so gets the job done.
Really good move. So Cordovara moves back up to 8 now.
So next one in his sights is Collins. So Collins will know that he's got the job done and he's next in the firing line.
Definitely will be. He'll know that he'll be about to be under attack as well.
And while watching this battle, just a quick mention to Ruggie has got that lead. He's got out to 1.5 seconds now over down. So looks like he's doing it pretty easy. He's just sort of cruise control at the moment, and 1.5 seconds is fairly handy gap at this stage.
Yeah, but the gap for second and third, it's only 0.3 of a second. It's very, very close. And Rich's car looks so stable in comparison to Downs.
Yeah, it's uncharacteristic, isn't it, of Madison's car to be that tailored. It's definitely working in Vale's favour because his car is looking the goods. It's very stable. He's getting the power down nice, and yeah, if Madison's not careful, he could lose that second spot.
Now, I did mention in the pre-show that the pre-race that Mitchell McLeod did have a reason for being so far back. He's actually using my steering wheel tonight, so that hasn't worked for him.
You think that's jinxed him, mate, does it?
Yeah, I think so. Go back. Cordovara, May, Collins. Cordovara's managed to get through.
Yeah, he made a tremendous pass in a part that you just sort of, you don't want to make a pass there. It can be quite dangerous, but he's pulled it off. A nice aggressive move there by Cordovara. He did the job nicely.
It's not a spot that you see any passing, let alone one. That was a fairly aggressive move, but it's definitely paid off. But big drift from Cordovara coming out of Moss, and Collins is going to get pass back done again. And May's going to get involved here too. They're going to go 3 wide.
He's lost a lot of momentum there, and yeah, so just as he's done all that work to get those positions, or is he going to try and make a move up inside? Oh. Side by side, the guys, they're no contact. They've done a good move, but if Cordovara can hold on to it, he'll have track position coming into the last turn.
Great bit of driving by all three drivers there. I don't think we've seen any contact between any of these guys.
It's been great racing. Codavara be kicking himself. He made that great move just in this section of the circuit last lap round, and now he has to do it all over again.
So 4 laps to go. We've got Justin Ruggie around in front from Madison down. Vale Riches, Josh Smith, Sean Kelly, John Emerson. The battery you're watching now. This is 7th, 8th and 9th. Collins, Navarra, May. Osborne rounds out the top 10.
Now Codavara needs a good run out of this turn, and if you can get some sort of slipstream, you might be able to get that position back, but it's not quite close enough just yet.
Tucked right into the draft. He's going to think about going up the inside.
Oh, he's thrown it on the inside. Oh, very close. Geez, if Collins was looking in his review, that would have definitely got his attention, but wow, right there. Oh, he's going to have a look up the inside here. Gets position. He's up alongside, and he's got track position. He'll get the power down and take that position back from Samuel Collins. So nice bit of drive in there for Codavara.
Definitely one of the paciest drivers out on track at the moment, so he's doing a great job.
I think he definitely would have had a better night if unfortunately he hadn't got caught up in that drama and had that spin. But he's having a nice recovery at the moment.
Yeah, great drive. So 3 laps to go, not far to go in this race. Look at how much Codavara's already pulling away from these guys. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes, should hold on for that position.
Nice little battle still going on for 11th and 12th. 11th and 12th. We've got Guy Leach, Simon Black.
Muggleton's just in there, a couple of laps down, but he's just watching and doing a bit of a drift session for the spectators. Leach has managed to get through from Black before, when we were looking at this pack, Black was ahead.
Muggo finds himself in a tough spot. You know, he's got pace there, but he doesn't want to sort of get up there and mix it up between. He knows that Black and Leach have got a good little battle going on there, and the last thing you want to do is get in there and sort of ruin their race. So it's tough when you got pace and you're caught in that situation.
Yeah, it's not something he'll be enjoying, but I'm sure he'll be having a bit of fun because, yeah, he'll be getting a bit of a sideways action happening. Go back to the battle for 2nd and 3rd. Riches is right up behind, driving a very, very consistent race.
Yeah, well, barring anything unforeseen, sorry mate, I think
No, you're right.
I think Justin's got this in the bag. The gap's nearly 2 seconds now, so as long as he hits his marks, Madison's got to worry about Vale Riches in his mirror. So we're coming to the end now. This is the last lap of the race.
The final lap of this race, Justin Ruggie now just over 2 seconds ahead. Down and Riches, we're watching on screen at the moment.
Geez, the old heart rate to be up on these two guys. Richie's had a great car all night. He's been right tucked up behind Madison most of the evening. They both sort of struggled to get the power down, but that's given enough margin there for Madison to open that up on Richie's. And I think if he doesn't do anything silly in the last couple of turns, I think he'll hold on to that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be able to hold on now. And saying that this is a strange old race, so anything could happen.
Great drive by Justin. Did it easy. Round 10, Mosport He's done a great job, battled out with Madison for qualifying all week, and comes across and takes the checkered flag.
Yeah, fantastic drive by him. Madison down, holds on for second place from Vale Riches. Man of the match for me in this race, Josh Smith coming home in 4th position. Teammate Sean Kelly right behind in 5th. John Emerson in 6th. Cotavara has already pulled a massive gap back to the other guys behind for 7th. Collins and May. Those guys will be happy with top 10 finishes. As will Chris Osborne, he'll finish in 10th. Guy Leach finish in 11th position. Simon Black will finish in 12th. Behind Black, Muggleton will cross in 15th position. 2 laps down. Martin Turner 13th. Chris Stone in 14th position. Scott Fontaine in 16th position, the last driver to finish. We Richard Stamanovic. 17th, we've had 7 DNFs and 1 did not start.
So it's 25 laps flew by, didn't it?
Yeah, I was actually thinking it was about half race distance and like, hang on, there's 4 laps to go. It was a great race. One of the best we've seen at Mosport.
Nice bit of drifting there by Justin as he celebrates his win. Great drive. Did everything he needed to do. Didn't sort of worry about Madison getting away at the start. And once he got the job done, it was see you later.
So I'll just go back through the results again. Justin Ruggier picks up another win. Madison down. And it's Vale Riches, great drive in 3rd. Josh Smith, Sean Kelly, John Emerson, Thierry Cotavara, Sam Collins, Carwin May, Chris Osborne in 10th position. Then Guy Leach, Simon Black had a great battle all race. Martin Turner, Chris Stone, Josh Muggleton, Scott Fontaine, Richard Stamanovic. Then our DNFs, Cal Watmore, Brad Ryan, Mitch Abril, Mitch McLeod, Tom Guarini, Curtis Chipaway and Tony Aldridge, with Troy Cox not actually making the grid. Fantastic race.
Yeah, not wrong. Great circuit too for this type of racing. Always proves to put on a good show, and there were some good passing opportunities. Had our fair share of drama with some incidents, but all in all, great racing. I think everyone will be fairly happy.
Yeah, I think most teams will be happy. I know there'll be one team that won't be very happy. That'll be TCR. They only had one driver end up the front after having 1, 2, 3, 6 drivers in the race, I think.
Yeah, hard luck for Muggo too, isn't it? You know, when you have dramas straight off the start line, we didn't quite see what happened there, but made contact there and obviously had steering damage or something, and then yeah, unfortunately his night got worse. But bad luck to have it right at the start. It's never good to have dramas in a race, but especially before you get to turn 1, it makes it a bitter pill to swallow.
Yeah, not an easy way to do it from there. We'll just wait for a couple of drivers to come in for a chat. They won't be far away, no doubt.
And if the points aren't interesting enough as it is, that's really going to make it. You know, there was nothing in it coming into the round. I think we were looking at let's have a look. Ruggier was on 1987 and Down was on 2015 for points. So it's going to really tighten things up.
Yeah, I think it might actually make it almost level again. So it'd be great with the championship. We'll wait for the championship to be updated in the next couple of minutes as well. But we're shaping up for a fantastic final 2 rounds, Sandman.
You're not wrong. Speaking of the next round, round 11, we head to Zandvoort, 25 laps around there. So that'll definitely be interesting. I think it's it's too hard to pick, isn't it? You know, 2 rounds to go, and the championship's this close. It's really anyone's at this stage.
Yeah, Zandvoort, we haven't been there for I think 5 or 6 seasons, so should be good to be back there again. And then final round at Brands Hatch, so not long to go in this championship. I think we've got a driver already joined us, Patiri Cotavara. Well done, mate.
Oh, thank you.
Good battle you had there coming back through the field after your incident earlier on.
Yeah, I had to charge it, and I did have some damage on my back because I got rear-ended pretty badly a couple times. But it all worked out and could make some moves.
Yeah, speaking of moves, mate, we were pretty impressed. He made a nice little move up the inside of turn 2, and for track position, it was great to watch from our point of view. It would have been a hold your breath sort of moment there in the car, though.
Oh yeah, I knew I had very good exit from turn 1 and tried to make a move on turn 2 and it all worked out. Was pretty pleased that I got the space I wanted and the overtake was done. It was very intense battle.
I also got
I b
my man of the match for that race, Josh Smith, in here. Well done, Josh. Good drive.
Yeah, cheers, man. It was a pretty intense race for myself, especially with a bit of pressure on when you're not going to have an alright finish.
You had your work cut out start, mate. We saw Muggo had some dramas, but it looks like he was struggling with speed, and you were quite pacey, mate. But once you got past him, you sort of it was head down, bum up, and off you went.
Yeah, I knew very hard to get past Josh still, but I knew I had to make a bit of a gap because I knew John and Sean were quicker than me with race pace, so I tried to make a bit of a gap, and that was enough for me to hold off the rest of the race.
I've claimed as my man of the match tonight, mate. Well done.
Cheers, man. I'm very stoked. That's the most points I've ever got. Best finish.
Oh, well done. About time you did
Thank
it
you.
too. You've had it up there for so long, so well done.
Yeah, cheers, man. Stoked.
Now we've got race winning. Justin, well done, mate.
Hey guys, how are you? Thanks, heaps.
Very good, mate.
Yeah, that was pretty intense, that's for sure. I was surprised to reel in Madison that one round. So no, it was excellent. Well done to Team ANZ, Rotor Geek, Annie Doran Gates, and Stowe for all their support. And I mean, you know, the championship's getting really tough, and obviously Madison's winning the championship. So there's only one way to catch him, and that's to beat him. So very fortunate there to have a clean race with him, and you know, made a move and it gave me enough room, and we sort of stayed side by side. And I thought he was going to hang on there, and just changed my driving style a little bit, and was able to pull away for a great win.
You'd be fairly happy with the pace, mate. Your car looked good. We noticed sort of on the first lap, Madison sort of had a bit of a margin, but once you settled down and got into that rhythm, you sort of pulled him in, got the move done, and then pulled away. It was looked like the car was really nice to drive.
Yeah, no, the car was really good. I mean, it was a shame off the start. Me and Muggo seemed to touch each other every single race, so I'm fortunate that we touched. And yeah, once I settled down and got the pace and got into a routine and just drove my own race instead of trying to keep up with Madison at the start and going his pace. Yeah, the car was really nice to drive, and Brooksy came over the phone and just kept saying, look, keep it smooth, and that was just reassuring, and appreciate his help and all the guys too for their support this week with the setups.
Well done, mate. That was a really good drive now. Second place, Madison. You struggling for rear grip there, Matt?
Yeah, car wasn't quite as good as I was hoping it was going to be. I don't know, about lap 5, 6, started having some internet dramas, and I lost all the gap that Justin spoke about. And yeah, I think I might have just cooked the tyres in that lap while the grip wasn't quite there, and I never got them back. To be honest, it was yeah, it was terrible compared to how the car felt earlier tonight. It just didn't have the pace or the grip, and then I was under heavy from Vale, so yeah, Justin was too good in that one.
It's something that's a little uncharacteristic. We're not used to seeing your car like that. You think it was more a setup issue, or you think you might have just overdriven it a little bit to hurt the rears?
Yeah, just overdriving it a little bit in the first 5 laps. Just got the tyres a bit too hot. I tried once Justin got me. I was trying to bring them back down in temperature, and I did somewhat, but they just never really recovered the same way. So yeah, that was a little bit disappointing, but oh well, look forward to round 11.
Now I've got someone here that I want to go back a week. Margo, do you want to have your victory speech from last week?
No, it's all good, mate.
You had a bit of an interesting drive around there, Margo. Nice bit of drift session you had happening.
Didn't have much choice in the end, really. Yeah, got a good start and got bent steering and yeah, got a meat ball. So trundled the pit lane and then came out, and I didn't want to ruin anyone's race, so stayed behind them. But yeah, car was ruined. So what do you do?
Not much you can, mate. Unlucky. Yeah, we've also got Carwin, mate. Carwin, good drive by you. Once again, you're getting pretty consistent, getting these top finishes.
Oh, thanks very much, Trey. I probably, in honesty, took advantage of other people's misfortune, unfortunately. I don't really want to get in top 10 that way, but I'll take the points.
You're allowed to take it that way. That's the only way I know how to get good finishes, take advantage of other people's misfortune. We don't mind in here. Now, next week, we're back to a track that we haven't been to for a long time. Back to Zandvoort. I know a few guys I don't think would have ever driven it. Looking forward to next week, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to have to buy that track. I haven't got that one yet.
I'm definitely looking forward to next week. Hopefully, with Bathurst out of the way, we can spend some time and do some actual practicing with the boys and try and find a nice balance for this new track that we're going to, and hopefully finish off strong for the championship and contend and be able to chase Madison down for the points.
You touched on it a bit, mate. 2 weeks to go. The points are really close. I guess it's all just about winning races now, and trying to obviously finish in front of Madison. That's the way to go. But 2 weeks to go. The pressure's on a little bit, isn't it?
Definitely, and I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. I love pressure, and you'll get the best out of me when there's pressure on me. So I really look forward to it, and hopefully, like you said, I mean, the only way we're going to contest it is obviously finish in front of Madison. So we'll just have to make sure we do that, and the other side too, we have to make sure we finish the races to get the points, and that's one thing that I think we've been consistent ever since I've started this series, is that we sort of be on the podium, and that's all from being consistent and looking after the car and trying to stay out of accidents.
And we look forward to next week, mate. So Zandvoort, what are your thoughts on Zandvoort? Have you done many laps around there at all?
Yeah, it'd be interesting. It's a pretty cool track, good layout. I think it will suit me and the team. So yeah, and I really look forward to it, and soon find out come Monday night who's going to be the pole sitter, and then we'll see who's going to be the race winner.
No doubt you'll be looking forward to the next one, Madison. That we're talking about. The points are incredibly close, and Zandvoort, mate. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a track that probably doesn't really suit the V8 as much as it could, but it's always good for a new challenge. That track hasn't been on the calendar for multiple seasons now, so no one really knows it that well. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the head around it and who doesn't. But yeah, it's going to be a big week, this one, trying to defend from Justin. As Justin said, we've kind of got to keep beating each other. That's the only way to to win the championship. So yeah, it's probably one of the hardest ones I've had to fight for, that's for sure.
It's definitely going to be right down to the wire. 2 weeks to go in this championship. Good luck to both of you guys. Thanks for joining us, as always.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks heaps, guys.
Well done also to Josh, Carwin, we also had Patiri, and unlucky to Muggo tonight. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
No worries, have a good one.
Thanks, Sandman.
No worries, mate. Thank you. It was good to get back in the seat, and it's going to make this championship incredibly close. I'm really looking forward to it. The next 2 weeks are going to play out. It's fantastic, and looking forward to see how the guys handle Zandvoort.
Yeah, it should be fantastic next week at Zandvoort. It's not a track that suits the V8, but it always produces good racing to watch, and that's what we enjoy the most, I think, Sandman.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Well, you've been watching round 10 of the V8 Supercar official online series presented by Big Pond Sport, Extreme Sim Gear and Direct Clutch Services. Winner for round 10, Justin Ruggier. They are side by side. Oh, there's massive action at the back of the pack. Oh!
There's the move.
There's more contact down the straight.
Oh!
They're pushing each other in 4 wide.
Oh, there's contact. That is unbelievable.